But now into the Saturday games. Ohio State is back playing against Marshall. Ohio State minus 40 over under 52.
How is this not 80?
Give me the Buckeyes, baby. Blue
Yeah.
chip the Buckeyes first half and minus 40. They're going to put up 56 by themselves. Keep an eye on that over because Ohio State might clear that alone.
Isn't Chad Pennington's son actually the quarterback at Marshall? Like,
I think he is, but
Right?
he's not throwing. I guess who he's not throwing to? Randy Moss.
yeah,
baby.
not throwing to 88. He's
Not
not throwing
throw-
to 88.
He's not throwing to Randy out there.
Yeah.
You remember Randy at Marshall with the tape
green?
all
With-
dude,
No, I
and the-
remember the Wizard of Oz socks, the green and white
all the way
candy.
to the top.
Dude, it was badass, man. Randy was ridiculous.
Ohio State in the first half is minus 24.5.
Yeah, give me Ohio State. Zach says Ohio State's first three opponents are embarrassing. Zach,
Yes.
you are absolutely correct, sir.
Yes.
100%. They are embarrassing.
But you know what they've done is cover first halves. They've covered. I mean, they're as good as advertised.
Zach, take advantage while they can't do it for the rest of the season.
I was gonna
It's
say
like
they
playing
played a
road team.
freaking gauntlet of a conference.
It's one thing to say that their opponents have sucked and then played down to their opponents,
Yeah.
but they look fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
They
because you could be Oregon or you could be Ohio State.
Exactly. And I'm sitting on the wrong side of that fence. With
Mm.
Oregon on that bed.
All right, let's go to the next game. So we got Ohio State blue chip first half minus 24.5. Ohio State for the game minus 40. Keep an eye on the over because Ohio State might score 50 plus by themselves.
Next game, we got UCLA versus number 16 LSU. LSU minus 24 over under 56.5.
Dude, I hate LSU. They had a great comeback last week. I hate them. Can't stand them. But UCLA is atrocious.
Bad.
My God. Give me LSU minus 24. Blue chip that. Take LSU in the first half. This UCLA team is an absolute fucking joke. They
Yeah.
didn't beat Indiana at home. You think they're going to go into the Bayou and beat the Tigers, who I think are overrated and overranked at 16? But UCLA is just an absolute fucking joke. Give me the Tigers, first half and the game. Blue chip the whole chingazo.
First half
Zach's,
is minus 14.
yeah, give me LSU. UCLA is an absolute joke. It might be 21-0 after the
Yeah.
first quarter.
Can I say that's a little bit of overreaction? And I'm not a UCLA defender at all, but Indiana, great coach coming up from JMU, brought a ton of players. That's a good squad. I said they were going to be better this year.
Ed, they went
Did
to
you
Hawaii.
see them play Hawaii?
They scored 17 points in Hawaii.
I did. I was
Had
actually in.
They
I was
scored
had
actually,
14.
an
They scored 14.
I was actually in Hawaii
Was it
when I.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
they won 17-14 or whatever.
They did win. They shouldn't have won. But they did win.
Well, and then they come home, they take a week off, and then they host Indiana at home, and it was a shit show. Like you're at home after a week off, you couldn't prepare a little better than that.
Yeah. You know what?
So
Can I take that back? Why am
Indiana
I
was
defending
steamrolling
UCLA?
because that's why.
yeah,
Putting up
so,
70
yeah,
on their dome.
yeah.
He-
So
he won't-
LSU is going to put up 40.
He won't be at Indiana very long. This coach can coach.
No.
This coach can coach.
This
This
coach
coach
can
can
coach.
coach.
There
He
you
ain't
go.
no, he ain't no daddy coach.
Put that shit on a motherfucking t-shirt. This coach can coach, baby. LSU by 100, Zach says. So,
Yeah.
What? Come on, Zach.
oh, Rick Flores. I forgot Rick's a UCLA fan, man.
Yeah, he goes and tailgates. You know what they say? You can't lose a tailgate.
Damn right.
Uh,
Let's move
Yeah.
on to the next one.
we got everyone wants to talk about this game. Buffalo versus number 23 NIU. NIU minus 14. Joking, of course. Over under 43.
Give me
Why-
NIU.
Why is it joking? They're coming off a bye.
After beating Notre Dame.
After
If
beating
this
Notre
would have
Notre
been
Dame,
if this would have been the week right after beating Notre Dame,
then
fine.
yes.
then maybe. But this game, give me NIU minus the 14 all day long and
Yeah.
twice this Saturday.
Wow.
Dude, that tight end slash running back slash everything who looks like he weighs 185 pounds, he was doing it all against Notre Dame.
They can
And-
play.
They can play, man, and they're big. They're big up front. They're not
Yeah,
small.
Listen, Notre Dame's not a great team, and the program isn't what it used to be, 25 years ago or whatever. But there's still 4 and 5 star guys there, and this team went in there and beat them. Okay, and some points in that game didn't feel like they shouldn't have even been even close. So Northern Illinois looked a lot better. Now they get a Buffalo team. They should whoop their ass, and next week they should be ranked 20th.
Speaking of Indiana, coach, how much Marcus Freeman? How short is that leash going to be at Notre Dame?
Well, he beat Purdue by like 50. So I mean,
Bro,
and
Purdue's-
I know it's Purdue. No, it
was like
And-
66-3, I think it was.
Yeah, it was crazy line last week. It was like fucking 9.5 or 8.5, whatever.
Dude,
Vegas
Purdue's
lost money
bad.
there. So what else we got?
We got big game of the week. Number 11 USC versus number 18 Michigan, over under 46.5.
Give me Michigan, baby. Give me Michigan in the big house. Give me Michigan in the big house, baby. I think Michigan keeps it close, lose the game by 3. If they lose this game, they lose it by 3. I don't think USC is going to go in there. They're going to have to try and run the ball against those big boys. They're not going to be able to. I want to see Miller Moss actually play with some pressure in the pocket. Let's see how he does. I think Michigan can prevail in this game and kind of, switch the rankings here. Maybe get up to that 14, 15.
I mean, other than their defensive tackles, they have a decent corner. Why or how would you come up with this prognostication that I need something better than you hate Cholos that have USC tattoos on their calves?
Ed, there's no physical. USC plays no physical teams, period. Okay? This is Miller Moss.
No, that's not true.
Did Miller Moss play Utah? Did Miller Moss play Utah? Has Miller Moss played Utah?
No.
And by the way, that physical Utah team that they supposedly played last year, how many points did Caleb score on them? The playoff, the title game, how many points was he able? And he was able to move the ball up and down the field for most of the game. So,
I think. No, go ahead.
So they're going into a Big Ten, the second biggest, probably the biggest place to play on the road in the Big Ten. It's a huge game. This is going to be one or two. Them or Ohio State, either which
1A, yeah.
The big house or the shoe. That's either one, right? But you're going in there. This team is an underdog. Getting 5.5 for Michigan is Vegas telling you that USC is really 10 points better than Michigan. I don't think they're 10 points better than Michigan. It's going to be a tight game. And 5.5, I think, is too many for a team with that many, good players. Now, the coaching staff isn't great, but Lincoln Riley, a little bit overrated.
Oh, listen.
I don't know.
No. The stats don't lie. But I will tell you this, Rafa, that I think it's an advantage for Lincoln Riley. I'm not saying that Miller Moss is a better athlete, a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. But there's no ego. When Lincoln Riley is calling the spreadsheet, he's not thinking, does Caleb Williams going to like this call? Am I going to get him plays? He will be more susceptible to just running the best play other than how can I make Caleb shine in this play? I think that SC is a better team than last year. I think I love their running game. The defense, obviously, huge upgrade. And am I drinking the Kool-Aid? Maybe.
Oh, it's early Kool-Aid. It's early Kool-Aid. I want to see. I think 5.5. I think it's too many. That's what I'm. I think USC can win the game. I think they win the game by 3. I don't think.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying they're gonna. No. You like okay?
No. They're not. They're not gonna beat the brakes. I like 5.5. I like 5.5 with Michigan at home. I think this should be this is kind of a game where you can, for Michigan, you got to think, I need to make up the ass whooping that Texas gave me and how bad I played against Fresno State and the other, what was it, UNLV or whoever, not UNLV. I don't know who they played the first week, but so this is a big game for Michigan. This is a big game for both teams, but Michigan, I think, has more of a statement to make than USC, and I think they could get it done at home. At least keep it close.
Yeah, I mean, if I had a gun to my head, I would take the points. I would. But
I'm taking the point. I want to see USC be physical against a team, and this is the game that they need to be physical in.
I mean, I can't remember the last time SC has gone out of the Coliseum and beat the brakes off anyone. Like,
right.
I can't even remember. I mean, Oklahoma in a bowl game. I can't remember the last time SC went on the road and beat the shit out of a good opponent. I just can't remember it.
Yep.
For
Give me
us,
Michigan, baby.
Number 13, Kansas State minus 6.5. BYU over under 48.
Kansas State looked good last week. They were impressive, man.
They
Yeah.
look really good.
They were impressive. And Arizona's defense, my God, what are you doing?
Man, they look good in those unis though. Those
They
helmets.
look great in the uniforms,
Dude,
but
U of
they
A
have
and those helmets and the cats. They look
Yeah.
good.
So can we say Jed Fish leaving has an impact?
yeah,
Well,
it
I
has an
don't-
impact. It has such a huge impact that he lost
Yeah,
at
he's
home
getting his ass
to
kicked at
Washington State
No.
for the first time. Washington's lost to Washington State at
Yeah.
home since who knows when. Big fucking impact, Jed Fish.
No, but I'm talking about an impact at U of A, not an impact at Arizona,
Oh,
at
dude.
Washington. We said
If we-
before he left that when he was going to Washington that he wasn't going to do well. But the fact that he had those players come to Arizona, that he recruited them, that he brought them together and made a good developed program, I think he should have stayed. And I think him leaving has an impact.
Listen, if he would have had that big of an impact on those players would have left with him. When guys leave, most of the guys they leave with their coach.
Not when your
Like-
name, not when your two players are Noah Fafita and T-Mac who share their NIL with the rest of the team. They're not going anywhere.
We got Georgia Tech coming up against number 19, Louisville.
It's an
Louisville
ugly
minus
game.
10.5.
It's a
It
disgusting
is an
game.
ugly game, but I only put it in
Yeah.
here because I have a little interesting stat.
What do you got?
Since 2022, Georgia Tech is 14-5 against the spread as an underdog. They've covered in the last 7 of 8 games against ranked opponents.
I'll be damned. Eddie Money's giving you stats and trends and all that. I will not be watching this game. I will not have a penny on this game. But Eddie Money
I
will.
will not either.
If Rob ever says he's not having a penny on this game, he's actually not betting that game.
100%.
If he says he's not betting that game, then he's betting that game.
Yeah, but 100. This game, there will not be $1 on this game. Not even for nothing. Not a damn thing.
Not a
Not
damn
a
thing.
damn thing.
Damn right. Let's go to the next one, baby.
Another good game. Number 12, Utah, -2 versus number 14, Oklahoma State, over under 50. Oh,
Cam
Rising
Rice,
playing.
he's not playing. I don't think he's playing. And this is the
have
line
a
reads
correction.
like he's playing. Is he
I have a
playing?
correction. It's flipped. Oklahoma State is now -2, over
Yeah,
under
Cam-
52.5.
Cam Rising's not playing. Utah State played super tough against Utah's Uncle Zero had a comment earlier about that. Oh, that USC beat the crap out of Utah State and blah, blah, blah. Utah doesn't have their quarterback. It's a whole different game. They were up 23-0 against Baylor and won the game 23-12. They didn't score a single point after that man left the
It's a
game.
different team.
So it's a whole different team here. I like Oklahoma State at home, -2. I take Oklahoma State in this spot. Utah, if they don't have Rising, they should not be rising in the polls. Not a playoff team anymore.
Can we talk about Oklahoma State? That's constantly in the top 25. Gundy, I think he's an underrated coach, and I just want to, dude. They're always you don't think of them as a top 25 football team for some reason, but they're always there. They're always there. And what's the one constant thing is the head coach. I love me some Cowboys, man.
I would also argue they're probably one of the program-wise, like one of the toughest teams. Like they always have good running backs, good offensive
Right.
line. Yeah, and the Big 12 is just defense sucks. So he's been able to survive kind of with that
Yeah.
Utah DNA, but in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Very, very accurate, CJ.
If you're looking for value, Oklahoma State, it's -0.5, or it's -0.5 at halftime.
Yeah, keep an eye on the OK State Cowboys.
I like it.
Zach said to take him, so you know what that means. Drop a load on it.
Damn right.
Next up, we got Vanderbilt versus number 7, Missouri. Missouri -21, over under 53.5.
Missouri has
I
to be
like
the worst
Missouri.
team in the top 10.
Let
Right.
Cook cook. Let Cook cook.
Yeah, he barely cooked last week. He almost
He
got
doesn't
fucking-
even simmer. Like he just
Yeah.
barely starts to cook.
Yeah, he hasn't looked good at all this year. He didn't look good as he hasn't
Then
looked
why
as good
the
as
fuck
last
are
year.
they ranked 7th?
God,
Be-
Explain
Because
that.
started there, Ed. They started there. Trust me, if Notre
Because
Dame
they're in a
were
conference
undefeated,
called the SEC, and we just have a little bias towards them in this sport. So that's why.
oh, CJ,
If you
CJ.
people don't associate Missouri with SEC, they just don't.
No,
If you ask the common, they'd say Big 12, like they were.
yeah, easy. Big 12.
Yeah. They don't feel like a SEC
No.
team.
Yeah.
But yet, why? I mean, they have a good running back, a really good receiver, right? I don't know, but I just that 7 in front of Missouri doesn't look right.
Right.
Yeah, absurd.
It'll be gone soon. Don't worry.
Not this week.
Not this week, but it'll be gone soon.
Aw.
But not this week.
Yeah.
Going on to Heisman favorite, number 8 Miami and Cam Ward, minus 16.5 against USF, over under 65.
Can I
Well,
say
I like-
something?
Actually,
Go ahead.
you said whatever you want.
Miami is a top 3 team in the country to me.
Oh, I agree.
I think they're way too low.
I think they're too low also, but you base the preseason ranking and the bullshit. Let's see how they do here, and then once they get into playing a couple of those turds they got in the ACC over there, Clemson and so on, and
Don't say it.
Don't say
Don't
it.
say
Don't
it.
say it.
Don't say
yeah,
it.
no, that's always a tough game because it's a rivalry. So we'll wait to get to that game. But I like the over here. You saw South Florida, that quarterback. He can run the ball. He can throw it a little bit. He played a good first half against Alabama. I like the over in this spot here for Miami. The 16.5. I mean, Cam Ward has looked phenomenal. I told you guys early season Heisman.
He looked
did.
better.
Why?
He's looked better than advertised.
Yes.
Oh, he's phenomenal, man. He is
I also-
phenomenal.
Have a fun stat in this one as well. Over the past 20 years, Miami is 15-4 against the spread when playing an in-state school, either on a neutral site or on the road.
All right, there it is, boys. Miami minus 16.5 is what Eddie Money is saying.
Where are they playing?
In South
At
Florida.
USF.
At USF.
Oh, they said a neutral site or
Or on the
Or
road.
on the road.
Or on the
Oh,
road.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Zach
keep
said
your eye out.
preseason.
Yeah, that was that SEC slander, which we know is ludicrous. Fucking ludicrous. But anyways, keep an eye out. Blue chip Miami over 65. Eddie Money loves the Hurricanes here at minus 16.5. He just
Yes.
gave you a great trend. So keep an eye out for the Hurricanes and Cam Ward, your early Heisman favorite.
Another good game here. Number 6 Tennessee, favored by 7. Going
Oh.
into Oklahoma, number 15 ranked,
This is
over
my
under
favorite game.
57.5.
A fucking joke that Oklahoma. What are you raising your hand for? Like we're in fucking school.
Bang
Speak
the
ninja.
balls, bang the balls, bang the balls. If I had money, I would bang the balls.
You
Well,
got money. Put them.
What? Bang the ball sounds
Bang
like
the
Bang them,
balls.
bang the
Some of
balls,
them
bang all the
sounds- yeah.
balls, bang all
Tennessee.
the balls.
All of
I love
them.
Tennessee
It's a-
minus 7. I'm blue chip in Tennessee as well. Tennessee is light years ahead of Oklahoma. Oklahoma does not belong in the SEC. So
Best running
Tennessee-
game in the country. Best running game in the country.
Tennessee's going to show them this week where they
Did you
belong.
say
and it
Oklahoma
ain't-
doesn't belong in the SEC?
Yeah, they don't.
Okay, we'll see about
Yeah,
that.
they don't.
We'll see.
They don't.
Coach Venables
Boys,
is,
who's this awesome
we'll see.
black guy talking?
Yeah, no, you say
Asking them to bang volunteers. They're volunteers. Stop
they're
banging
volunteers.
volunteers. My God.
Great comment, Rick.
Zach, wow, I've never seen Rafa go against the Sooners.
That
Oh,
is
yeah, no.
true.
With a real SEC team, that
Please
real
stand up.
SEC, yeah, with a real SEC team, please stand up. Tennessee's a phenomenal squad. I think top 5 team in the country, to be honest with you, the way they're playing right now. So give me Tennessee minus 7. Zach says that means take the Sooners.
Yes, Tennessee's top 5 in rushing offense and passing offense.
I think
I
that
thought
back at 4
Tennessee's a
touchdowns
number-
last week.
Number 1 rushing team in the
Yes.
land.
Yeah.
And like I said, I said it preseason, Nico will be in Manhattan in New York Athletic Club, sitting right there.
He is keeping the hope for Polynesian quarterbacks alive.
Oh,
Yes.
you need a lot of hope.
Shut up.
And a lot of hope. Anyways, take Tennessee. That's a blue chip. Tennessee -7 at the Sooners. Boomer Sooner going down this week.
Also have stat in this game.
Go ahead.
Tennessee head coach, I don't know how to say his last name.
Matt
Josh
Heupel.
Heupel.
Oh,
Heupel.
Josh Heupel.
Hypo.
Him in the first
What
half, his against the spread record is 43-17-2. And away, it's even better. It's 22-7-1.
And this is a big game for him. Going back to Oklahoma, what they
He
did to him
was
and all that.
he was an incredible quarterback at OU.
Huge.
So this is a big
So-
game for him. I think they're gonna annihilate him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
watch the Vols, baby. And like CJ says, go and bang some volunteers.
They're also -4 in the first half.
Take Tennessee, baby. Blue chip them all the way.
Next two games, we got the cover machines. We got Georgia Southern versus number 5 Ole Miss. Ole Miss -35 over under 66.5.
Man, Ole Miss looks good, don't they?
Yes, they
Jackson
do.
Dart, my man. Jackson
Yes,
Dart
they
might be in Manhattan before Nico Ed.
Oh no.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
He
We
gonna
got
be in
plenty
that
of
room.
football left. Oh, there's plenty of room for Jackson Dart out there. We'll see. We have early football. I like Ole Miss. We've been taking Ole Miss all year long. We're gonna take Ole Miss the first half here again. We're gonna take Ole Miss for the game. Lane Kiffin's doing a phenomenal job at Ole Miss. That offense just rolling along.
Stay there, Lane. Stay in your lane. Stay at Ole Miss. I don't care who offers you a fucking job. That is
Yeah.
a perfect job for you.
Great
Yes.
job for him.
Ole Miss is -22 in the first half.
28-3 at halftime. Ole
I feel
Miss.
like a ton of money is going to come in that first half.
Mm-hmm. And then to round it off, we got round off the ranked games. UNL Monroe versus number 1 Texas. Texas -44.5 over under 53.
Is Arch playing or is Quinn playing?
I doubt Quinn plays.
Okay, so
If I was Quinn, I'd
I'd
do
play.
whatever the fuck it took
to get on that field.
because he might never come back on that field.
Arch looked phenomenal in it when he came in that game. I like Texas here, first half and the game. Texas -44.5. I think watch that over 53. Texas might put up 50 by themselves.
Facts.
I told you.
yeah.
I remember. I have early season. I have Texas going undefeated until the title game in the SEC.
Yeah.
So I think the Longhorns are the best team in the country right now.
We got Cal versus FSU. FSU -2.5 over under 44.5. No way FSU goes on 4, right?
Yes. Yes,
My
they
God,
do.
I like Cal's quarterback since last year.
Cal's undefeated.
Cal put it on
Yeah.
Auburn. In Auburn.
Yeah, I like Cal. I had Cal that game. I told you that, Ed. I like Cal. I like Cal here. Florida State is a fucking shit show. You're gonna get you gotta listen. If Norvell loses his game, now you gotta you might fire him. And he's got a huge buyout, by the way, like bigger than Jimbo's
Every
buyout.
fucking
You
college quarterback does.
cannot fire a guy who was an undefeated ACC champion the year before,
Oh,
no matter
yes,
what
you
he
can.
does. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yes, you can. And you know why? You know why and we talked about in the group chat. You know why he won't sit DJ down? Because it'll expose his ass on what it's not. Okay, DJ's not. Now what's your excuse? DJ's not getting sat on the bench because then Norvell, that's his scapegoat. That's his freaking scapegoat. And that's why DJ isn't going anywhere.
FSU has to win this game against an above average Cal team.
They had to win the last 3 games.
100%. But this is, we can say this every week. Like, this is drawing the fucking line at this point.
Zach said hammer Cal.
Yeah, Cal. Listen, if Cal wins this game, by the way, put them in the top 25. Kick out fucking Texas
Yes.
A&M.
Yes.
Even if A&M wins this game, put Cal in there, please. Good quarterback play. Very good job.
Bang some Bears. Bang volunteers.
Bang the Bears.
Bears
Yes.
and Volunteers.
Bang
Bang
them.
the Bears. CJ's banging Volunteers and Bears. This motherfucker,
Banging them all.
he might come out scratched up. Volunteers are wild. Oh, man. I
next
love these
game we got-
NFL comments coming in, by the way.
Yeah. We got my fallen hero, Iowa, -2.5. First Minnesota, over under 35.5.
I'm not doing this. You can keep Iowa forever and ever and ever.
I had a stat. That's the only reason I put in here. Iowa's in the last 10, 8-2 straight up, and 6-3-1 against spread against Minnesota.
I don't know.
Yeah,
why.
Iowa, by
Iowa-
the way, 3-0 to the over this year, surprisingly.
Wow, insane. Iowa, after losing to Iowa State at home and getting that week off, they should win this game. And 2.5 is very. It's basically a pick 'em in college. So keep your eye out on Iowa in this game. If you want to bet, if you got nothing to do and you need to bet at a game at some point in the day, bet Iowa minus 2.5.
I'd rather go watch a I don't know, Mission Viejo Jay Serra game than fucking watch Iowa fucking play football. Mike
Take
Pucci.
Iowa under take Iowa under every time. They're cheap.
I mean,
You
we did really
would not
well
win a
last
bet
year.
this year. It did well this year, but it's doing terrible this year.
Really?
He said it
Oh,
has.
Mike Cucci say take Minnesota money line. All right,
All right. A
trap
flex-
game. He says.
flex-
Keep an eye out.
flex
If you're
fan.
watching this game, you're a sick individual. But let's go on to the next one.
Speaking of trap game, Baylor versus Colorado. Colorado minus 2
Oh.
over under 51.
Baylor. I don't like anything from Baylor.
I don't
And
either.
I don't either. Dude, I have zero comment on this game, but it shows you what Vegas thinks about Colorado, that they're only minus 2 at home. They actually think Baylor's a better football team than Colorado is today. So you know how I feel about Dion. I love Dion as a football player, as a head coach. I don't like him.
Don't even bother saying it. I tried to say it and I still got called a racist.
Yeah. So let's